everyone, welcome once again to the part 3 revision video of the question bank given by Maharashtra State Board. At the very onset, I would like to tell you a few things. Number one, you have to solve the objectives. Wherever they've said rewrite the sentences, please rewrite the sentences. If there's match the pairs, please make sure that for 5 of column A, you give the corresponding answers from column B. You cannot draw arrows. You cannot, just write alphabet A, B, C, D. All that we are doing in the video is basically just a representation for practice of answers. There is a detailed video on how to present your objective answers. So if you haven't checked it out, please take a look at it and make sure that you answer the objectives only according to the prescribed format of the HSC board. No shortcuts, no arrows. Rewrite the sentences wherever possible. Wherever the answers can be boxed, please highlight them. So that's about some basic instruction which I thought I should share. We will now start with the part 3 of the question bank. We have already finished 7 parts of the question bank before this. Part 1 and part 2 video has details and answers of all of them. Now what we have is answer in one sentence. If you see here, I've made it a little easier for you all. Please note down the page numbers that are corresponding to the answers. It will be a wonderful practice for you all to actually go to the textbook, turn the pages and refer to the answers. Remember, this is answer in one sentence, so we don't really expect a very long answer. One single sentence explaining that concept should be more than enough. All right. Mind you that some of these questions could also be asked for 2 marks. I repeat, like I had told you all earlier, do not assume that everything in your question paper is from this question bank. This is simply a practice and absolutely no assurance that everything in the paper will be coming from this. So as you see here, they have given you a sample question of what is controlling or what is staffing. But you should know that for your answer in one sentence or for 2 marks, it could be any 6 of the management functions. It could be any one. So there is nothing like the paper is going to come only from this. Just a simple practice paper, revision paper that the board has asked you all to do. So that's about answer in one sentence. You can take a screenshot of this. I will also share the later part of the answers. Please make a note. Principle of unity of command is from the first chapter. Outsourcing is from the chapter of emerging modes of business. Controlling from management functions. Page numbers have been written down. In fact, if you will see old board papers, you will find that these are not, unfortunately, these are not the very popular ones. I would highly recommend, please go through the videos on objective type questions, which I have discussed for each chapter. Each and every chapter's objectives we have discussed, and trust me, if you complete those important objectives, you should really be sorted with the exam. The board actually asks the simple ones. They do not go into the difficult ones, like they will never ask you what is exchange bank or who is a consumer, what is a demand deposit, what is KPO. So these are something that are very rarely asked in the board. In any case, I hope you all have taken the screenshots of the page numbers where you will find answers to all of these. Let's try and make the video a little short. And with that in mind, we move on to the next objective that you have here. Correct the underlined word and rewrite the sentences. So if you see, I have already made the corrections. We will go through them one by one. The word entrepreneur comes from the German is the incorrect word. So you have to change it, rewrite. As the instruction says, please make sure that you have to rewrite the sentence. All right. So if you have the time and your speed is good enough, you may write this sentence and then make the correction, or simply write down answer and then write the corrected part. please do not forget to either underline or box the word French, because the correct answer should be highlighted. Leave a line after each objective. Make it easy for the examiner to check the papers. You see the second one there. Commercial bank is the apex financial institution. Commercial is incorrect. Underlined word is commercial, so we correct it and it becomes the central bank. In India, the central bank is Reserve Bank of India. So this is what you write. The central bank is the apex financial institution in banking industry in the country. Third one, dash, the plastic currency is underlined, so it is wrong. It is a form of electronic currency that exists only in cyberspace. And the correct word should be digital currency. All right. Again, another important objective. Please note, digital currency is a form of electronic currency that exists only in cyberspace. Correct? Fourth one, the person who is protected against certain losses is known as the insured. So here, mind you, you must change only the underlined word. Do not change the other part of the sentence. Like if you write the sentence as the institution which gives the protection in exchange for a consideration is called as insurer, so then your answer will be totally wrong. You just correct the underlined word. Number 5, the loan taken up for Stand Up India is repayable not in 10 years, it is repayable in 7 years. Number 6, controlling measures are rigid to some extent. So a very simple alternative to this would be flexible to some extent. LPO is not a sub-segment of BPO. KPO, knowledge process outsourcing, is a sub-segment of business process outsourcing. Okay. LPO is legal process outsourcing. 8th one, social responsibility is narrower term than the legal responsibility of business. So naturally, as the sentence you read, you realize that social responsibility is a much broader term. Legal responsibility is just one aspect of social responsibility. So answer would be broader. Number 9, all sorts of fair practices related to stock exchange should be avoided. Naturally, you cannot avoid fair practices. You have to avoid unfair practices. Number 10, the 14th principle of management by Henry Fayol, spread the corps, means division is strength. The word division is underlined. The opposite to that is unity is strength. All right. In the textbook, the word is union is strength. It's actually a mistake. It is unity is strength. You may write union or unity. You will be given marks for both. You see the objective number 11 there. Every year, 15th March is observed as National Consumer Rights Day. It's incorrect. It's World Consumer Rights Day. At this point, you must also revise. 24th December is observed as Consumers Day in National Consumer Day in India. And that is the difference. 24th December is relevant for India's National Consumer Day, and 15th March is World Consumer Rights Day. Okay, Consumer Rights Day. The President of District Commission is sitting or retired judge of the District Court, not the High Court. So we know the President of State Commission is the sitting or retired judge of High Court. The President of National Commission is the sitting or retired judge of the Supreme Court. Okay. 13th one, factors of business environment are always fixed. They're not fixed. They keep changing as per different needs, different time, and that's why they are variable. Now, trust me, dear students, majority of these are not the popular repetitively asked questions. I would actually ask you all, please refer to old board papers, and that will be a wonderful revision. If you would like to have more videos on old board papers, please do share in your comment, and I will try and see what best I can do for you all. Hereafter, dear students, I'm going to be doing a video on case study questions, as well as on the very difficult question which students have constantly been requesting me to make videos on, and that is the topic of justify the following. So please do share, subscribe, and make sure that you have pressed the bell icon. So each time I'm going to post, you know that there is a new video. Keep your notifications on. And that will really help you. You won't miss, won't have to keep coming and checking all the time. I'm trying to post as many videos. We have a few days left for, the students to prepare. And so let's try and make the best out of it. Number 14, territorial jurisdiction of state commission is geographical limits of the state. Okay, so state commission is for state. National commission is for the entire nation. In exchange concept of market, emphasis is on buying and selling of goods and services. So this is the chapter of marketing. We have the topic of the various concepts of market. Type of market is deleted, but concept of market is included, and the wrong word, the buying and selling of goods and services, that concept is a part of commodity concept. All right. The last that you have your security in job affects adversely to the employees, naturally. So the corrected word stands as insecurity in job affects adversely. All right. So this is about our last correct the underlined word. Please do refer to all of these objectives, even behind your textbooks and from old board papers. We go to the last type of objective. The board in the question bank has been really generous, and they've given us all 10 types of objectives for revision here. A note that I would like you to draw your attention to. Remember that many of these objectives, like match the pairs, have been asked from the textbook questions itself. So there is nothing really different in certain types of objectives. Okay, so they have actually been picked up from different chapters and put together for your practice. So the question number I that we have, the last type, that is the last type of objective in your textbook exercise, arrange in proper order. All of this just requires a little bit of practice. Otherwise, the rest is very, very simple. So the 3 management functions are there. Their order is jumbled up. Just have to arrange which function is performed first. Planning comes first. After planning comes organizing, and then last step of the planning, after planning, is the last management function is controlling. So going by the 6 management functions, you know that the first is planning, followed by organizing, staffing. Staff is appointed, and then comes the directing function, followed by coordination and control. So CC is the last 2, coordination and control. Next, again, you have, when we read it, we know it's from the chapter of insurance. So what comes first? Does the accident come first? No, first we take a policy. Only after you've taken the policy, and then if the accident occurs, then you can claim the money, and so you get compensation. So that's how the order has to be arranged. Here we start with the lower court. So district judge comes first, high court judge comes next, and Supreme Court judge comes last, again from the chapter of consumer protection. This, the number 4, registration, cash on delivery, placing an order, are steps in e-commerce. All right, so the steps, the first stage, an important objective. First stage in online transaction is registration. Second step is you place an order. And the third is the stage of payment, where one of the payment methods is cash on delivery. So instead of cash on delivery, you could even be having payment over here. Okay, that is the third step. 5th, again from management functions, coordinating, staffing, directing. All right, so if you'll see here, the order once again should be staffing happens, that is a 3rd management function, directing is a 4th management function, and coordinating is the fifth management function. So dear students, this is how you have your objectives. Now, once again, if you will see, you have the question of explain term and concepts over here. Okay. So I've just put the page numbers to make sure that it becomes easy for you all to refer to the textbook and find the answers. Again, I would like to mention a thing here. If you will see the September board paper, out of all of these whatever numbers they've given you, something around 15, the numbers have been wrongly posted. Out of these 15, only one, outsourcing, was there in the September paper. All the other 5, okay, or rather, I think all the other 7 were from other chapters, okay, for other topics. There was e-business. So all this you have to remember, there are going to be 6 in the exam. You have to attempt any 4. So none of out of the 6, only outsourcing was the one from this list. All the others belong to some other list. So once again, I would request you all to please take a screenshot in case you would want to save your time on finding these answers. When you're writing terms of concept for 2 marks, we expect around 5 to 6 lines. I've given details of this in my objective-based video, and thereafter, some example could be given, feature could be given. So answer in 1 sentence definitely is very short, but explain term or concept should definitely go around 5 sentences. So 6 to 8 lines also would be good enough, but do not elaborate too much. Don't make it a short note for the teacher to correct. So it becomes very difficult. Don't write too many things in this 2 marks answer. I once again request you can take a screenshot of this part of the answer also, and make a note of this, that this is where you will find these answers. And like I said, actually these are not the really important ones. Please refer to the objectives revision that I've done. Like I keep saying, there is 54 marks altogether out of 100 on objectives. Plus, when you've done these 1 line, 2 marks answers, you will also be able to write that in your introduction, in your long answers, distinctions, etc. So just by doing those objective questions, you are almost kind of going to get 60 marks for sure, if you do them very well. By no chance can you miss a single mark in your ABT test. So please make sure that you're practicing these good enough, well enough, and we shall be coming back with the next video very soon. I'm planning to do a video on case studies, and thereafter we will be going to the questions, justify questions. Time and again, dear students, I'm going to be posting you guidance videos, all the rules about the HSC board exam, answer sheet that you will be given in the board center. I'm going to be also talking to you about what are you supposed to be doing with the hall ticket. Can you laminate it? There are several questions which students are constantly worried about. What if you forget the hall ticket? All this and much more, I'm going to do a video on this. So please do subscribe, share, like, and do comment about what kind of videos you would like to see, and I'll definitely try my best to put it up for you. Thank you very much, and that's all for today.